Howdy-ho, everyone. I am Nathan Blake, and welcome back to, well, I would say welcome back to Doki Doki Literature, but we're not exactly there right now. What we've done is we've opened up the Doki Doki Literature Club properties folder in Steam, and I already did a small test to make sure that this would work. If you go to the character files, you'll see that Natsuki and Yuri and Sayori are all missing, and that there's only a Monica character file. At first, I was a little concerned at what I should do about this, and I thought maybe I could just get online and I can find someone who has pulled those files out and offers them. But then I remembered that there's this Verify Integrity of Game Files button here on Steam, and you can actually just press that, and it will actually go through the game files and make sure that everything still matches the original files. So now, once this finishes, which it says it's at 85%, once that finishes, it should add all the files back in the way they originally were. And I tested this a second ago, and it seemed to work, although I didn't actually open the game back up. If 3 files have failed to validate and will be reacquired. Whenever I did this a minute ago to make sure that it would work properly, it said that there was 100 files missing, which is crazy. So now you can see that Natsuki, Sayori, and Yuri are back in the game now, and I can actually come here and I can actually delete Monica. And she's been moved to the recycling bin, so even though technically she's still on the computer, she's not in the game. And maybe I should run in here to the recycling bin and get rid of her entirely, but I don't actually see the recycling bin right now. So, at any rate, now you can actually see that Monica is gone. And now that she's gone, we can come here and pull up the game again and run it. And we'll see what happens. And I don't know if we're going to need to really play through the entire game now, or if we're just going to basically get a "good job, you did it" sort of ending or something. And I'd love to see what happens if you let her delete all of those files all along the way, but then add the characters back in. That would be crazy. So, performance warning, computers displaying graphics slowly. Huh. Continue, but show this. Previous save file has been found. Would you like to delete your saves? No, continue where I left off. I did it! I broke her. What's happening? What's happening to me? It hurts. Hurts so much. Help me. I'm sorry. You did this. Please hurry and help me. Our NP file characters, Monica does not exist. Help me. Are we getting good capture? Because I did screen capture instead. Monica doesn't exist. Did you do this to me? Did you? Did you delete me? That's right. How could you? Because you're the villain. Because you're the bad guy. No. You killed everyone else. Everything. No, you were obsessed. You trusted me. Do you just want to torture me, watch me suffer? No. Only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more. No. I was okay with being your friend until you murdered everybody. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. You completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. So what happens now? I guess in this save file, everyone else doesn't exist, which means we actually do need to start a new game. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I to hate you this much? All my friends, I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... Made up my mind. I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't real, they were still my friends, and I loved them all, and I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then did we do it? Did she fix the game? She's the person missing now. Nothing to load. Morning school day like any others, usually surrounded couples and friends groups walking to school together. I always tell myself about time I meet girls for something like that. Sayori! There already is one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, a good friend since we were children. We used to walk together to school every day, and recently we picked up that habit once again. Are you proud of me? Yeah, what for? You know, for waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. Now, you've never said anything about it, even though we walked to school together every day. Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine, fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Nathan Cakes, have you decided on a club to join? A club? I told you already, I'm really not... I started to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs, but something tells me Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her the clubs are a waste of time when she's starting a club of her very own? Actually, yeah. I think I decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo. You meanie. Be patient. You'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. I started to realize that in a way I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I packed up my things, I stand up, gather my motivation. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school, upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for the third-year classes and activities. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Ah! Nathan Cakes! What are you doing here? Well, I glance around the room. Huh? So you're the Nathan Cakes that Sayori is always talking about. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Nathan Cakes. We're the Literature Club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Ah, sorry, Natsuki. Tall one whose name is Yuri seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, just by her size, seems like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Working? Nathan Cakes, don't tell me you're... That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. Sayori's eyes light up. No way! No way! Ah! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah. After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise. Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray. Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated like little cats. Whiskers are drawn into the icing. Little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! Wow, those look amazing. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaky glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro, after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles herself in relief. So, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I read in the past few years, this is insane. This game is really well made. It's such an interesting concept, especially for me to go into the files and change things to get the better ending of the game. And I could see some people not catching that, playing it through once, and even though they're pretty overt there at the end, they don't say go in there and delete these files. So that's really interesting. Manga. Quietly mutter myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perked up. Looks like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet. Well, that can change. What am I saying? Spoken sad smile. Anyway, what about you? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build the deep and complex fantasy worlds. Love of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common. Hey, Yuri? Huh? Well, about, the first thing he said. Manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Don't just say it! For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, So if Nathanblakegames wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him, okay? Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. He can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree? Maybe, since an intention Sayori jumps in, maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun, and we'll get to know each other a little bit better, too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah? You're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make two of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. Then as for Yuri, I have to read manga. Jeez, you were the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize... With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself. I'm sorry for disrespecting your interests, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No, I realize my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. Not at all. I always go alone, so yeah, me too. This is so cute! Sayori, shut up! I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes, I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along, isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Nathanblakegames. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Aw. Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you join, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey, Nathanblakegames, I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy you joined the club and everything, but the truth is, I already knew you were going to. It's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monica. That's right. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now, but I really know everything. I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know about all the awful things Monica did to make everyone really sad, but none of that matters anymore. It's just us now. You made me the happiest girl in the whole world. Can't wait to spend every day like this, with you. Forever and ever. Forever and ever. Nope. Eh? What's happened? I won't let you hurt him. Who? It hurts. Ah! I'm sorry, I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Nathanblakegames. Goodbye, Literature Club. Monica erased her again. Monica was still here.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Barely.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, it's
Hi.
me.
Creator of the game?
So, you know how I've been, like, practicing piano and stuff?
Yes.
And not really any good at it yet, like, at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you, because I worked really, really hard on it.
Go for it!
So,
I don't know what's going on. This is the theme song of the game. Playing audio.
every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day?
Doki Doki Literature Club. This is a weird game. This is a dang weird game.
Everybody a fun assignment to do today.
Wow. Remove images. Deleted successfully. This game actually deletes itself as it goes along, which is crazy.
When I can't even read my own feelings.
And I really have to wonder if there's a way to modify some of the files for the game to end in specific ways. I might have to look into that a little bit, but this was a really well done, really interesting game. It obviously had it dealt with some really creepy, scary stuff sometimes, and some questionable content here and there. But it was really well done, and I'm honestly impressed with it. I'm sure I missed some endings, because it looks like there's some stuff with Natsuki in this, and maybe even some stuff with Monica that I missed.
Is it love if I take your is it love if I said
I don't remember actually seeing that. I remember saying she put the juice to her head.
the ink flows down into a dark puddle? How can I write love into reality?
This kind of reminds me of the end of Portal as well. Special thanks to Monica and Nathanblakegames.
And in your reality, if I don't know how to love you,
Remove game.
I'll
Script.
leave you be.
Made with Love by Team Salvato. This is a really, really interesting, really well-made game. This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand the Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. At the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality. A reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo that same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all my dreams come true, for being a friend to all the club members, and most of all, thank you for being a part of my Literature Club. With everlasting love, Monica. Script file is missing or corrupt. Please reinstall the game. Yep, and there it is. The game straight up stopped working. And that's one of the reasons why I went with display capture this time, because I wanted to just see if anything like that happened at the end. That was really crazy and really interesting, and I'm impressed. And I'm going to do a little more research, and I'm going to find out if there are any more endings that I can access that might even be a better ending than that one. But I'm not overly concerned with it because I've got plenty of videos out of this game. I've got a lot of videos here. So thank you all so much for being here, because this was really weird, and I understand. And if you stayed with it to the end here, then you know that it took a little while for the story to go anywhere more than just like a really like milquetoast dating sim. Although it was still a fun dating sim. Like, I'm not gonna say I didn't like it. I haven't played that many dating sims, but it was fun and interesting. And obviously, I kept expecting it to go somewhere else, so I was waiting for it, and that made the build up maybe even better. So I wonder. I thought maybe it might have been cool if I hadn't known that it was gonna go all horror. But I think I prefer it this way, and I wanted to make sure that you all knew it was horror from the onset, so that I have fans that don't watch any horror at all, and they really dislike it, and they avoid my horror videos. And then I have lots of people who don't care much for my goofy videos. So this obviously falls in some weird chasm in the middle, and I don't know who's going to watch this and who isn't going to watch this. From those two groups. So anyway, I wanted it to be very clear what this is. So the first video, I make it clear at the very beginning, and I will likely put an actual warning in the title as well, especially because this deals with some pretty strong stuff. It deals with depression and suicide, and obviously just people being actually crazy. So thank you for being here with me, and as always, thank you for going on this adventure with me, and we'll see you in the next one. For now, this is Nathan Blake signing off for Nathan Blake Games. Sayonara.